that being said, are we ready for the next one?
Yeah, it's a big one. There's some personal stakes on the show in this one.
Yeah, we may have to go, but I don't remember the exact.
I do.
There's
do?
a bet,
Cool.
so
Then
we'll let
bring that
JP
up.
detail it in just a second after I lay out what game it is. The Chargers, after a huge Week 1 victory against the Chiefs, travel to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. It's a big game. Both teams are 1-0. Both teams have playoff aspirations. Both teams would like, to take advantage of a slow Chiefs start and grab a hold of the division, which you could do. I mean, it'd be back-to-back division wins for the Chargers, and then it'd be a big division win for Las Vegas. But the Chargers are favored by 3.5 in this game. Sanders is a Chargers fan. JP is not a Raiders fan, but he's a Geno Smith guy, so they have a little bet
If you couldn't
on this
tell.
game. Would you like to detail the bet, JP?
Yeah, so the bet of the game, which was agreed upon when we were doing our AFC West preview.
It was a Geno Smith versus Justin Herbert debate is what it was.
It was a Geno
we did
Smith.
a 20-minute video.
Yes.
I don't think the old studio ever felt hotter than when hotter.
Crazy.
It ever felt hotter than when we were doing that debate. I was literally, sweating so much.
So the bet is if Geno Smith and the Raiders were to beat the Chargers this weekend on Monday Night Football, which this game is, I think it's the game that's not on ABC, if I'm not mistaken. Not that it matters. If the Raiders were to win, Sanders will have to tweet, and a tweet he can never delete, that Geno Smith is better than Justin Herbert. And vice versa, if the Chargers were to win, I would have to tweet Justin Herbert is better than Geno Smith. So that's the bet of the game. We have another chance to kind of cripple the Sanders pillars over here. It would be a great third take for him. It'd be on there, and I would love to be able to reference it for
the pillars.
The end of time. I don't know. It's a terrible analogy. Don't ask me.
I can see it in vision though. Justin Herbert finally wins his first playoff game, and JP just retweets this Sanders tweet from 2025.
Am I allowed to comment below an explanation? It has to be without context.
Solo
right?
tweet, no context.
All right.
You can
Never delete it.
You can be well, I no longer believe this one, but you can never be this tweet was made because of a bet.
Yeah.
You can't.
Can I just
ever
post
say that.
the clip of this video?
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited. It's a big game. It's a late game. I have it as 9 p.m. Sunday. It's actually 9 p.m. Monday. My apologies. It's
Strike for the graphics guy. Come on.
Fire that guy, bozo. It's a late game on Monday, which I've seen people complaining about. I personally love it. I guess I get that I'm not a full-fledged adult yet, so my bedtime is still midnight to 1 to 2 a.m., depending on what I have going on. I also just go to sleep late, and it's whatever. But I love it. I love a good late game because I love nothing more than having football on until 1 in the morning.
Sure.
There is no better feeling, and I've talked about this about college game days, and I'll throw it out real quick again. The Central Time Zone is the best time zone for football, for sports. You wake up, you've got college game day at 9 a.m. That's a very reasonable time to do something, right? You get your breakfast around 8, 8:30. You sit down on the couch. You rot for 2 hours. You got games at 11, right? That's perfect. And then after, your big breakfast, comes, the 2 o'clock slot where you get your lunch. Plenty of time. Then 2:30 kickoffs. Prime time is at 7. It's just getting dark. It feels great. And then prime time finishes, and it's 9, 10 o'clock. And then the West Coast game kicks off at 10 o'clock at night. And then 1 a.m. it finishes. It's the perfect time zone. Back to this game. It's a big game. The Chargers got a huge win last week to go up. They are now tied. I guess technically they are first in the AFC West because they have a win over an AFC West opponent, and
Correct.
Neither the Raiders nor the Broncos do. The Raiders beat the Seahawks.
Patriots.
Apologies. And then the Broncos beat the Titans. So Chargers are first in the West. This is a huge opportunity to go up 2-0 with 2 wins over division opponents. And some of the important things to watch. Can the offense have a repeat performance? Last week, the offense looked fantastic. Quentin Johnston looked incredible. I don't know where his hands came from, but he looked like he found them. We have seen him have, a good performance occasionally on a week-to-week basis, but he looked really good. He had 2 touchdown receptions, I believe.
Correct.
Keenan Allen looked like he has a little bit of juice left in the tank. 7 receptions, 6 first down catches, that's just great for Justin Herbert to have a target like that who's going to consistently get first downs. Ladd McConkey looked like he is playing at the same level he finished at last year when he and Justin Herbert clicked early on. And then on the Raiders side, the Raiders, I believe, are second in the NFL in passing yards. Geno Smith is second right now. had a fantastic first week against the Patriots. So that'll be something to watch. The Chargers' defense did look good against the Chiefs, but the Chiefs had several issues, the primary one being that wide receiver 1A was hurt on the third play of the game. So what does this Chargers defense look like against the Raiders? JP, what are your takeaways for the Raiders or your key points?
Well, I thought in large part they were tremendous last week. For them to win the way that they did, holding New England to 13 points with a defense that on paper is atrocious outside of Max Crosby, was incredibly impressive. And then on top of that, for Ashton Genty to run for 19 carries and 38 yards. And yet they were still able to get stuff going offensively and win a game. Also impressive. Those are the things you have to do to make the postseason, is do things you weren't supposed to do that day. Or if something is going poorly, run game, passing game, still be able to overcome it and win. There were questions about the weapons for Geno Smith. The weapons were outstanding. Jacoby Myers was excellent. Trey Tucker had a good day. Dante Thornton, who was rising up fantasy boards,
He's gonna be a good player.
had a fine day. Brock Bowers was incredible, and he didn't play much of the third and fourth quarter. This offense is, I think, going to be even better as soon as Ashton Genty can get going in the ground game. And for the defense to play as well as they did against the Patriots, I don't know how you can't have a ton of confidence. I didn't check, but I would assume the odds for them to make the postseason skyrocketed post that game, and I think they will post this game when they win it. I have a ton of confidence coming to this game. Just to be 1-0 against the Patriots, that is a team that is going to be competing for a wild card spot just as much as you are. That's a tiebreaker. If you're both 9-8, boom, Raiders in the postseason. So I thought they were really impressive, and to win a game where I don't think they necessarily played well was excellent for the Raiders going forward this year.
Yeah. In terms of like trying to get to the playoffs, I agree it's a huge win. It's another team that has playoff hopes, right? Kind of in the same tier or similar tier. However, to say like I don't know how you can have confidence. I think one way is the Patriots look pretty poor to me, and since it's week 1, it's like now we just wait to figure out was the Raiders defense just is it actually a good unit, right? Is that why the Patriots sputtered and couldn't move the ball offensively, or is it the turnaround we expected the Patriots to have isn't here yet? It's going to be another year away. So it is a question. I liked what I saw from Geno Smith. He's someone that's just going to go out there and get the job done. I didn't really like what I saw from the offensive line in terms of run blocking. I don't like to see a running back have more yards after contact than yards in a game. Very impressive for Ashton Genty. Like, congrats. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, how does that work? I guess
On average, he got hit 0.33 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's tough.
He got hit on average a foot behind the offensive line, or not the offensive line, sorry, the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And managed to run for 39 yards or whatever it is. That's not really what I love to see, but there were a lot of other positives. I thought the thing that stood to me most was the skill position weapons on the outside. The pass catchers looked great, and that was a potential question of being like outside Brock Bowers, what are we going to have here to catch the ball from Geno Smith? And they kind of answered that question, at least for me.
Yeah.
We can pick the game, I guess. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I think I know how two out of the three of us are going to pick.
It'd be crazy to go into a week with a bet.
I could hedge my bets.
Is it? Wait, I need to clarify. I think I already know, but it's outright winner, right?
Correct.
It's not
outright winner.
against
it's
the spread.
I assumed it was outright winner.
Is it
Oh,
the
yeah,
spread?
it was outright winner.
Okay.
Okay.
I figured, but I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the winner of the game, the loser will have to tweet the tweet about quarterback
Tweet the tweet
play. Yeah, I could hedge my bets and like pick the Raiders to cover so that like at least I get a win.
Cowardly, man.
No, I'm picking the Chargers 100%. We did a whole segment on Tuesday about being a homer for your team. Was that Tuesday? I believe that was.
It was Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was not. It was Sunday because it was our.
It was Sunday. I was on the buy-sell
Yep.
segment. Too many shows,
I am going to
man.
be yeah, for real. I am going to be a homer for my team. I will have them winning this game outright and covering because it's what they're going to do.
The Raiders win and cover.
Cool.
I don't really think it's a question. I think we're in a letdown spot for the Chargers post that Week 1 game. I think the Raiders are going to come in playing with a lot of house money. I think the home crowd is going to play an effect, which is surprising to say for Las Vegas because they haven't necessarily ever had home crowds that are good. But the Chargers also have like one of the smallest fan bases in the world, in all of the NFL, I should say.
Pretty sure Sanders is the 100th Chargers fan. Like he
Yeah,
got an
something
award
like
for
that.
how
They,
they break triple
they,
digits.
I don't think they've had a home crowd advantage at one of their home games in SoFi Stadium ever.
I'm glad you said the SoFi Stadium because I was about to make a joke about last week being a huge home crowd advantage.
So I'm taking the Raiders to win and cover. I think they get it done. I think Geno Smith has a good day, and here we are.
So I'm the tiebreaker, which is pretty fun. Not that like we put out a vote as a group, but I still like to think of it that way. I'm gonna take the Raiders to cover, but I am gonna take the Chiefs to win. I think you're gonna see a Chiefs. What the heck? Chargers win by a field goal.
Okay.
So that's my vote. It's gonna be a close game.
So the Raiders cover, Chargers win.
Yeah, I would.
Peaceful comment. Both quarterbacks are gonna play well. You're gonna see a good duel there, but Chargers win by 3, but Raiders cover.